Alright, hello everybody. This is your boy Chips Ahoy back again. And today we're going to be talking about a popular group on the internet known as Antifa. And to also help us, we also have FragmentsOfCreation / Duo and Rejere, but I couldn't get him because my messenger was messing up. And so, this is what you're going to have to sit through. Basically, me putting about what he said on the screen. So, let's get into it.
Antifa, short for anti-fascism, is an independent, self-militant political regime focused on ending fascism in the world. It was started in Germany as an anti-Nazi radical group in the 1940s, and since then has gone global, hitting the US by storm in early 2016.
Now, when we say they are, self-militant, they engage in militant protest tactics, which included property damage and physical violence. And, if you say something that differs with any of their opinions, they will go out of their way to follow, harass, and, make fun of you. And this happened to a older man, well, not even an older man, a elderly person, may I say, who was at a Trump rally, who was supporting Trump, you know what I mean? And, these Antifa members come out of nowhere and start harassing him, calling him racist, bigoted, and is probably a sex offender too, and, continuing to harass him when he really did nothing wrong except having an opinion. And the thing is, the guy was a disabled war vet, and they show no respect to anyone, who differs with their opinions. And it got to the point where they would try to push him, and, one of them even threw water on them, and it just really went downhill, and he threatened to shoot them, and then he did it even more. Luckily, the guy did not shoot anybody, which is a thank haven, because, if he did, the Antifa members would probably grow.
The Hill reports, the justification of the use of violence is that Nazi ideology at its very core is founded on violence and wielding power by any means, says Mike Isaacson, one of the founders of Smash Racism DC, an Antifa organization in Washington.
Let this be said. These people are anti-fascists, yet they are socialists. And if you don't know what a socialist is, socialism is a political and economic theory of a social organization that advocates that the means of production, distribution, and exchange should be owned or regulated by the community as a whole. And this is the thing. Socialism is basically communism, but quote-unquote everybody's working together. But you want to know what country has socialism? North Korea, that's right. If you've seen North Korea, they are very proud socialists, and you can see how that's going right now. Luckily, at least for them, they're focusing on, brighter paths as an economic type stuff. But it's basically communism, and communism in every form, the true form, the other forms, has never worked out. Literally, take the USSR, just take the Soviet Union, I believe that's the one that had it. They had communism, okay, and everyone was dirt poor, no one had money to buy bread, and it was just a very poor sight, everyone was dying. And then when communism was taken away, but they did, something similar to that. Well, not really. It's kind of democratic in a way. Yeah, it is democratic. They started, seeing ups instead of downs for, the past couple hundred years. No, not even couple hundred, 80 years. And that for them was a big win. But if these people are anti-fascists, then why are they promoting communism? It doesn't, socialism is basically communism, but still, it doesn't make sense. And these people say these words, if this was a socialist country or a communist country, they wouldn't even have the right to say that. Like, these people are using the right of people that have fought for this country to protect those rights. Have, you know, it just pisses me off. I can't even complete a sentence. That these people would use the rights given to them to try to turn this country into, I don't know, something less, you know, something that's like second world or third world country. And it really makes me mad, because these people are absolute hypocrites. Now you see, Antifa's gotten into quite a few brawls, or should I say all-out wars, and one of them is the one in Berkeley, you know what I mean, the one where a bunch of white supremacists and Trump supporters were there, and then Antifa came in there and basically kicked their, whole butt, and it was just really brutal, because people were just beating each other up with sticks and spears and a whole ton of other things, and it was just a horrible sight. And to, help me with this, Duo has some things to say.
Washington Post reports in their article, black-clad Antifa members attack peaceful right-wing demonstrators in Berkeley. Quote, anyone should think that someone who is intent on politically organizing for the sake of creating a state-sponsored genocide, I don't think is something that we should protect, he said.
Now you see, the problem with Antifa is that they fight fire with fire. And what I mean is, if the white supremacists try to attack them, they will go ahead and attack back. And it's a constant war between the two. And one of the more memorable of these two wars is the one that happened in Charlottesville. In Charlottesville, there was a white supremacist meeting, and then Antifa showed up. And then the picture on the screen is at one of the pictures of said meeting, or rally. And then it just turned into an all-out brawl between white supremacists and Antifa. Alright, now you see the most notable of their brawls comes from Charlottesville. And at Charlottesville, there was a rally, like a white supremacist rally. And so Antifa comes in and, does the normal Antifa stuff, start violence and things. And then things got hectic. There was weapons being thrown about. People were getting arrested left and right. Police officers getting punched and stuff. And it all came to a grisly end, may I say, when James Fields from Ohio decided to get into his car and run over about 40 people in a white supremacist protest, as in people protesting against white supremacists, and killed one person, injured about like 30 other people, and the one person's name was Heather Mayers. And during her funeral, Antifa decided to go over there with baseball bats and things, kind of frightening the crowd. Listen, they're okay, because police apparently won't do anything. But for me, I don't think police really want to come. Because, they have to, but they don't really want to. Because both sides do, well, not both sides, all the Antifa members do, is attack the police, because they believe that they themselves are being attacked by said police. And speaking of police, they don't want any more police. Like, they want more dead cops. They don't want no more police or any of that. And it just makes me think, what if they get into the government and decide that this should be a thing? Which it never will be, because people will stand up against it. But what if it happens? What about streets? People just murder each other left and right, then what? After the purge? Really sucks to think about, because it's really a bummer that all this stuff is happening because of two groups who can't find a middle ground. And it sucks a lot. As we're nearing the end of this video, I want to put our thoughts, all three of us' thoughts, together. And, well, my thoughts is that they are basically the left version of the KKK. The left, I mean like feminists and stuff like that. They're basically the black KKK, may I say. And kind of pisses me off. And they're really hypocrites. And yeah, it just really pisses me off. Rejere's thoughts are that they're a bunch of cowards. They only fight people that they know they can beat. And they just fight everybody. They want to fight the police. And that's really rewarding when they get beat. Only when it's, deserved. And, they're a bunch of hypocrites and just a bunch of jerks. Idiots, I swear. Even Duell can agree that these guys are just cowards who beat up who they can beat up. And, they are absolute hypocrites and are just jerks in total. And I guess that ends it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And tell Justin to pass some clout my way. And we'll all be set. So I'll catch you all on the flip side. Goodbye.
And this basement is a true treasure trove. I am the glob glow gab galab, the schwabble double wabble gabble flibber blabber blab. I'm full of schwibble glibber kind. I am the yeast of thoughts and minds. Schwabble dabble glibber glabber schwibble schwab.